We were just looking for someone to help us since our stepmother forced our dad to kick us out. She said it was either us or her, but since Dad was made redundant, he wasn't really in a position anymore to look after us.
He always said we reminded him of our mum, who died a few years before. Our stepmother always hated that.
Yeah, so he tricked us into the car and said we could just go for pizza, just the three of us.
And it felt like we'd been driving for hours before the car just came to a stop, and there we were, in the middle of a forest. Then he just said 2 words, "Get out."
He didn't even look at us, he just kept his eyes straight, waiting for us to get out the car.
Neither of us had ever seen him like that before. It's really weird. I wasn't quite sure how to react. But then Hansel got out of the car, so I did too.
The whole time I was expecting him to say he was joking, but he just drove off and left us in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so we both decided we should try and find someone to help us out. I thought surely we'd come across someone walking their dog or something.
And that's when I saw the cottage. From a distance it looked normal, but when I got closer I noticed it was made out of gingerbread and it was completely covered in sweets and chocolate.
I was a bit suspicious of the place. I wanted to continue walking and find somewhere else, but Hansel insisted we give the house a try. After all, it could be the only house in the whole of the forest.
Plus I was starving, hadn't eaten anything since the night before. The smell of chocolate was luring me in, so I went to the garden and took a bite out of one of the chocolate eggs.
I was a bit apprehensive, but Hansel assured me that it was safe and offered me some chocolate.
And then someone came out the house, a frail old lady, who invited us inside.
But the minute we stepped through the door, she bolted it shut and told us we could never leave.
She wanted to cook us and turn us into gingerbread men.
It was horrible. I honestly thought that was it. If we hadn't managed to trip the old lady into the oven, we probably wouldn't be here today.
Well, I certainly had my lesson that day. This is my brain and not to my stomach.
And I learnt not to trust my brother's judgment. Kidding. Well, sort of.